Sabelo Mbuku is the Transport Education and Training Authority spokesperson, and he joins us now to discuss this. Let's establish the facts in terms of the challenge of youth unemployment that's unique to the Northern Cape. What is the profile? What are the major challenges?
Thank you so much, Sister Piso. I think, like, having just listened to the snippets that you've shared, it is a greater challenge, especially when you are amongst the young people that are especially in the Uppington area. The core to the challenges, I think it's access to information. If you look at the number of young people that are not employed, the education levels that are low, based on the conversations that we've had with them, it does give an indication that there is a greater challenge, especially for them not being employable, because the engagement that we've had with the employers in the area, especially in Uppington, is that sometimes there are opportunities, but the young people that are available do not have the prerequisite or requisite skills that would assist maybe the companies in the area to employ them. So then there is that skills gap as well, in terms of them, articulating or understanding that which the industry needs. So that is just like the desktop profiling that we could share right now, Tsepiso.
As my colleague was speaking to an interviewer who put it very actually, that there is some sort of a dating that takes place in order to make sure that the right people are matched with the right companies. Now, in terms of public-private partnerships that the Premier spoke about in his State of the Province address earlier on, he did mention youth service centres, including youth social cohesion initiatives, economic empowerment and youth health initiatives with relevant sector departments and private sector. So how do you categorize, just matching it in terms of the lack of skills available, but also the quality of employment that you want to create?
Look, Tsepi, so I think what is critical is that you are in an environment where you've got a portion of young people that may have gone through the education system, but from their own mouths, they feel that there is a huge gap in terms of the quality of education that they have received, that it does not give them the same opportunities like it gives others, maybe in other cities or other areas. So that then becomes the cry that young people have. Now you look at the industry that says we are looking for a certain caliber of young people that we could employ, however, with these requisite skills. But then there's that skills deficit also in the area. So with skills development and training that is rolled out across, even the province, there is quite a significant number of young people either at TVET colleges or doing skills programs in various institutions. So that in itself, then it will close the gap and increase the capacity of young people that would be able to access opportunities. So I think, working hand in hand then with industry, the sector education training authorities, so all the partners coming together, then that brings a message across that if we take it one step at a time, a targeted approach would then yield the necessary results. For instance, Tsepi, so if you look at the Empower Youth event or program that is in Uppington as we speak. So TITA is then looking at mobilizing various entities around the area that could be able to assist young people access information, so that if they are in need of either a learnership or a skills program or an apprenticeship program, then you bring those partners on board whether it be a Transnet that comes in and says we are available to offer young people youth development programs. That for us, it is a vehicle that can be used to ensure that we unlock the potential that is embedded in our young people. So I think what is key is that partnership or tripartite partnership with industry, the training providers, it does then help, because some of the young people are not ready to be employed.
Okay, so let me jump in here because we are running out of time. We've been speaking, it's been pretty much a theme throughout the program today, the issue of the energy crisis, just transition, and the loans that government is looking at to help boost the sector, but at the same time, create jobs. Now, recently, the Northern Cape, Eastern Cape and the Western Cape signed agreements within the green hydrogen energy sector. Now, the communities are saying, for instance, the projected figures that government often says we are building or we are creating so many jobs, that some of those jobs realistically are only created in the beginning for so long. But in terms of sustainability-wise, when the project is done, you find that the number of people who are then employed actually drops down to something like 1%.
Yeah, that can be true, Tsepiso. However, if there are opportunities at the initial stages of any project, you need to then upskill yourself so that you are able then to, acquire the requisite skills to be able to either be absorbed for a long-term project or long-term employment in the same project. I think what is lacking is that sometimes you get an opportunity, whether it's an opportunity for 6 months or 12 months, but within that period, you don't exert yourself such that you are able then to, or you afford yourself an opportunity to be absorbed either in the project or within the same space where you've been trained. So I think I would emphasize reskilling and training for young people or any person who gets that opportunity to get into that temporal employment, because such projects, they've got an initiation stage, but then after that, then there needs to be sustainability, which may require certain skill set, which might not be necessarily available from the pool that was initially employed at the time. So I think we need to look at it both ways, that once you are in, let's continue to invest in training and development to ensure that there's enough capacity to sustain the projects.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. Sabelo Mbuku, Transport, Education and Training Authority spokesperson in the Northern Cape.